ये बनाने का यार, जो भी कैमरा में आकर ये तो क्या चालू है ना हम नहीं गजब है यार। Alright everybody, so here we are and let's continue from here on. Forget about the previous things, they were just family related stuff. But now we can just simply start from here. So the main focus is going to be on Brainly application. Control here pretty. And at least for further coming 2 hours, I'm gonna be hooked up with this particular project. And let's see what's gonna be the result. Yesterday we did actually a lot, mainly on this particular project because I kept working on it almost all the day. Let's see what's gonna happen today. So let's open VS Code right now and then see what's gonna happen. Again, I was learning about the models in like LLM models, really by me. Okay, let's do one thing. Again, I will be just ls git status. Let's initialize the git repository because it is at a good level right now. So git init, git commit, just before that, do I have a .ignore file? Yes, but I have enough things. So no, I don't have a git ignore file. That's alright, that will be fine. ls just a minute, let me keep it in the outside as well. Git add everything. I can't really do anything, it's hard for me to even speak, but okay, never mind. This code is crazy. Git commit, I'm just committing it right here so that I don't have to worry about the previous versions and all, and I'm able to roll back if it's needed. Git commit and initialize. Just a sec. Alrighty, let's continue and just simply go on. Git this is gonna be initialize or initialize, like working. Ultimately this is the what log message gonna be, that's it. Then git push, forget about pushing. Ls git log, that's fine. And let's cd into frontend right now. Ls, and one more thing, let's cd into backend. Ls start, even I have to start there, just give me a moment. Okay, let's go. Now I feel like I'm actually suffering from sneeze and all. Okay, so that's gonna be docker start. MongoDB is something that I want to start. So MongoDB will be starting. After that, npm run dev. Come on, yeah. npm run dev. Same over here. npm run dev. Ultimately, both the projects are gonna be starting. What is the next thing? The next thing is pretty simple. That is testing it out. Let's check whether we are getting the same result as expected or not, and then I'll be working on the remaining features today. Local host 3000. I'm using, not really, I'm using React over here. That's gonna be 5173. Okay, so welcome back. Let's log out first of all. Here we are. And excuse me for my throat. Just a sec. Let me clear it. Yeah, it turns out that my throat is never gonna be fine. I'll have to have Kaha for that, but never mind. Let's simply log in and go from here. Password 1234, login, done. And now I have to simply click on get started. This is the dark mode. If you wanna switch to light mode, you can do that too, but I don't like my light mode. It's too light. Dark mode is something that I prefer most of the time, so I'm gonna be going with this. I hope it looks great too. And let's go to profile. This is how my profile looks like. Do let me know like how it's it's crazy, but it's like nice looking profile. I have only my name and email, whatever. Let's go here. By the way, what is the next thing that I have to do? The next thing is that as soon as I click on share, I already have this share link, and if I go to another browser, suppose I go to Edge, and over here if I paste it, so I'm getting my content, but the thing is that I'm not getting my tags. Okay, and that is mainly because I'm not populating the tag from the backend side. So let me do that. Let's go to backend, and let's go to source controllers. The contents that I'm sending, ultimately content controller, and over here add content, get contents by link. This is the one, or by hash, whatever. And when I'm actually returning my contents, at that time I'm leaning it that is okay. I need to populate it as well. So when it comes to user, when I'm just simply getting all the contents, I'm doing it, get contents, I'm populating it. So the same thing over here I have to do. I have to populate the tags first of all, because I'm getting the content will definitely, let's even check the content out. So let's go to the model, content model, and content has all these things. Content has tags again have tag inside them. So what I want to do, I want to populate the things in the sense, I want to populate tags first of all, and there are tag inside tags. So I want to populate them, and let's use dot to connect them together. This is what I want to do over here, and then nothing else. Let's try this thing out. Close this. I'll have to restart my backend. So let's restart it again, and then see whether we are actually able to get the tags over here when we share the link and all. And again we have to create a nav bar for it, or we have to use the same nav bar, anything, but we have to do it. And turns out we are getting the tags right now. The populating was the problem, so one problem is fixed right now. So let's open app. Come on, there are so many tabs. Let's go to front end and source app.tsx. Here I had some of the comments. First one is tag is not showing. That's okay, that problem is solved. Let's get rid of this. Navbar needs to be used for share link. We have to use the same navbar but a different way. Okay, that's great. We already have a navbar. When we have a navbar, in that case this is the content section that I have. Okay, and I want to render my navbar over here too. So navbar that I have, like this navbar will be shown here just above the content or with the content or whatever. If I go to content, then I'm just simply getting my content and all. So navbar is gonna be there. That is fine. The thing is that if I render my navbar over there, what will happen? It is visible, and this is even fine. I mean, nothing needs to be changed here at all. It is only able to change the color of what? Few things it is not able to change the color of the background. Why is this happening? I have the same content, and why is it able to change the color of this but not this main background? Interesting. This main background comes from the top, that is why. That's right. So let's do one thing. let's only change the background of the content only right here. So when it comes to this, so this is the content I have, and if I go to content, click on this over here, but I'll say that in the dark mode I want it to be BG gray 800. It should be fine, and remaining things are gonna be alright. I'm already giving colors to the cards and all, so this should be fine. Okay, right now even it looks great, and that is kind of the thing, that was kind of the thing I wanted, right? Nothing else. I'm already getting my nav bar. And as for this, okay, nav bar is being used, even one more thing I need to just mention over here, and that's going to be like inside my app.tsx. This nav bar does not need login, so needs login, needs log in, and that's gonna be false over here. So ultimately nothing needs login, and nav bar will have another thing. So I'm using this nav bar inside this layout. I will be sending it the URL like a prop called needs login, and it will be true. So I need to get it here inside this nav bar. That means I'll get it needs login prop. I will give it the type as well, needs login, and that's gonna be boolean. And what will I do using this? Using this, first of all, I'm just simply checking whether the user is logged in or not, and then using is logged in, I'm showing this thing. And what I have to do, instead of using is logged in, is one more thing I can over here, and that is first of all I'll check whether it needs login or not. That's it. Okay, and if it actually needs login, at that time I have to check whether it's login or not. Got that? So it's actually gonna be like this. First of all, needs login. If it needs login, then I will check is logged in or not. Okay. Similarly here for this profile icon, it needs login, and then I'll check is logged in or not. If it needs login as well as it is logged in, then I will be rendering that. That's it. These were the few things that I had to keep in mind. And let's check this thing out whether it's working as expected or not. So I'm still getting my icon over here, and I'm just able to change the theme and all. I'm even able to just filter it. Okay, one more thing is that the main page is still white. So far I have just changed this particular section. How about the content? Let's make one thing over here, that content will have minimum, not just content. Let's wrap them, that is already wrapped inside a content provider. Let's make sure that both these things take 100% width, and as per that thing I'm giving it the styling and all. So I can even remove this particular thing from here, whatever I added over here. And one thing I can play with right here, that is what is this? Close this. Yeah, right. Let's go to app, content provider. This provides the content and all. It gets the children, and I think this content provider can definitely have a class name. It cannot have a class name, never mind. But then if it cannot have a class name, I can have a class name. I can have a div over here, and I can put it inside that, and I'll make sure that class name is gonna be, when it comes to dark mode, it's gonna be BG gray 800, and normally it's gonna be BG white. Let's see how it's gonna be looking like. Let's go to this page. it looks like this right now, and it works fine. Dark mode, white mode, they are working fine. Let's go to other. And one more thing. What the hell? Oh, never mind, forget about that. I wanna make one more thing for sure, that minimum width, minimum height is gonna be screen for this. How about right now? Right now it looks great, and that's what I wanted. I can click on any, I can even click on all, I can scroll here and there, nothing will happen, things work fine. I can even sort them. I can go to the home page, and when I go to the home page, I'm getting this error, that error fetching the content or token is missing user. Okay, one more thing. If I reload it, I'm getting error fetching the content, token is missing, error fetching the content, token is missing, user is not logged in and all. That's fine. One thing is that when I go to my home page, let's go to my home page over here. This is the home page I have, and home page is already wrapped with auth provider and content provider. Can't really do anything. Let's continue with that. Can't really stop them from talking. So auth provider, content provider, it is wrapping everything, but I want that when it comes to home, at that time auth provider should run, but content provider should not run. So when it comes to these two, in that case I don't want my content provider to run. If my content provider is not running, let's continue. So what I wanted to do, that these three things, they don't need to be wrapped inside content provider. But will I face any issue if I actually, first of all, one thing I'm gonna be committing this time, this is crazy. I made this mistake earlier, not now anymore. cd one step back, ls git commit m, and that's gonna be fix the text showing rendering problem. I fixed this. What the hell? Okay, I had to add the thing. Git add everything, then fix this. That's it. This thing is done. Exit it. Hello brother Nitin Kumar, how are you? So this thing is done. I'm just committing everything before just going ahead, because I know I will mess up with this thing. One thing is simple, that I don't need my content provider to run here. I want my content provider to run only in this particular case. That's it. But if I'm just running my content provider here, then what will happen? Let's check that thing out. What all is using my content provider? I have to check that thing. Control Shift F, that is going to be use contents. Okay, and let's see, first one is the card.tsx, that is inside content, so I don't need to worry about this. This is using my use contents. Okay, second one is the cards. There are two cards, interesting, three of them, but okay, that's not a big problem because there is card. Then this is the one that I have, cards.tsx, filtered in all, that is also fine. Then I have my sidebar. Sidebar is also using my contents. Problem is this, that okay, this is the problem. I think that is inside contents, right? Sidebar is inside content. So this is the app that I have, content, and sidebar is inside that, so I don't need to worry about that. That's fine. So this is also fine, this is also fine, sidebar is fine. Content model is using my content provider. So the main problem is going to be this, that this content model is actually used on the nav bar. If I go to my nav bar, control shift this whatever, go to my nav bar, and here I am using content model provider. Because I am using this, they need to be wrapped with the same content provider. Interesting. Ultimately, I need my nav bar to be wrapped and I need my contents to be wrapped and nothing else. That simply means that if I go to my app.tsx, from layout, I have this layout, right? Abhi jaun. Alright then everybody, I have to leave. Can't really do anything. I'm gonna be catching up soon, maybe just in 10 to 15 minutes.